O DreamHack Dallas aconteceu entre os dias 3 e 5 de junho, e lá nós tínhamos alguns representantes brasileiros. Tiveram várias partidas incríveis, inclusive durante essa semana vamos ter todo dia uma partida diferente até chegar na Grand Finals, que foi insana e com direito a reset. Então considere se inscrever no canal se você gostar do vídeo e bora lá para a primeira partida dessa semana que já começa maravilhosa. Yus, nosso representante brasileiro, versus Boom. Bora lá, a gente tem o Yus aqui na semifinal como representante, ele não é o único inclusive, tá? Mas a gente vai começar com o Yus, então bora lá. Inclusive tem um vídeo do Yus aí muito bom no canal e tal. Yus com o Vector e o Boom com essa tia que tá dando bastante trabalho, velho. O Battle Boots e a Sig de Rocket estão fazendo bastante coisa, mano. E eu acho que eu não sei se teve outra tia no campeonato, velho.
Gonna be a whiff there, but that's fine. It's all about putting down that pressure. Battle Boots, okay, got a nice combo started, but Yus being able to find their way out of here. Tough spot to be in.
I like the attempt he had there too. He went N-Light into GCD Light to try and push him back off with that input Sair, but he never was able to find it. Yus gonna web toss away though. Here comes that Lance. We talked about it before. As they're playing for so long, looking to try and catch Boomy, but Boomy, one of the most difficult people to edge guard in all of Brawlhalla.
Mas ele tá com um personagem que a galera não tá tanto acostumada nos campeonatos, deve ser complicado.
Oh, had a nice combo to get started here. And actually opting to not go get the weapon either, just for a little bit extra damage. It's nice you're able to even things up, but now you're unarmed.
Yeah,
for quite a while here.
This weapon starve has been working well. That Cider comes through again.
Continua. Ah, eita, não pegou. Eu não sei se ele queria pegar ou não.
So now we're gonna go ahead and get back to that bow, but Boomy finally smack him off, and he's gonna finally get the good graces. And there goes that D-Sig. He's gonna be away from it, but get ready to see a lot.
Sigs complicadas de punir, mano. Olha isso.
As soon as he picked up the rocket lance, we saw the Sigs flying out. Gotta go fast, seriously.
Recovery exhausted.
We saw the sweat beats coming up here now, right into the Battle Boots,
Mano.
and a huge stock. Listen, one not to who, and we don't need a third.
His neutral Sigs have been so on point with the boots all weekend, and also just both the D6 too. But what really scares me is when I see her getting ready to run and just sprinting inside, thinking nobody's prepped for it. Lance is gonna finally get a side air though from Yus to go ahead and close that out. Very, very even game to start here, Skip.
All right. Get back into this more. Okay, I was wondering if Boomy was gonna be able to get that weapon. Got the Battle Boots on right now. Trying to look for another bit of
nice, mano. Neutralzinho bom ali.
Trying to make sure that they maintain this lead here. Boomy, big opening. Off stage.
Yeah, majority of
o Battle Boots levando muito pra... Pega de um lado e leva pro outro, mano. Muito doideira.
Lance recovery really with Thea, but that's
olha isso, é muito rápido.
Just barely missing Yus.
Okay. Back to that neutral a little bit. A lot of poking action going to be coming out here now.
Você tava esperando uma outra Sig do Boom ali, mano.
Multiple playing the anti-air game. The spin to win. Lots of neutral airs, but currently,
mano, essa down Sig, ela tem muito range, velho. E é muito rápida.
D-Light does not find it, trying to catch him back on. The neutral Sig does not find its mark.
Oh! Just had a gravity cancel. Sig right there.
Nossa, olha isso,
trying to
mano.
put this pressure on him. Boomy's doing a good job staying elusive here, but I feel like they could be doing a little bit better. But they do really love to let these Sigs rip.
We talked about it earlier. You gave Boomy a power up. That recovery won't find a KO off the top again. It's not going to be very often that you're seeing Thea KO off the top outside of a good read. Speaking of, Yus made an attempt, but that was a huge punish there on that recovery.
Yeah, unfortunately for Yus, that was very crucial. And giving Boomy any sort of ground, right? I mean, they're just going to go ahead and run with that, literally with the Battle Boots. So you got to be careful here.
Nossa, mano.
I can just run up and kick you in the face. Right? Boomy has no fear, but he's gonna have to get a little bit into his heart right there. He's finally gonna get there.
Tá conseguindo, mano. Tá um pouquinho atrás, mas tá indo.
Very, very close game, and honestly, I think this is what we're gonna see throughout the whole thing, Skip.
Tem que meter aqueles vídeos marotos de Rocket, mano.
I think the craziest thing here too is while Yus has been doing a pretty good job for the most part with these weapon starves, I don't feel like they've been capitalizing on them. Like, yes, you keep the weapons out of Boomy's hand, but I feel like Boomy's gotten a pretty solid amount of damage here and is okay to dance around till they get their weapon. Like, Yus has to really be a lot more aggressive on that end.
Yeah, Yus has been very, very evasive because Boomy's been so aggressive.
Yeah.
But
Caramba.
Gonna miss out on that sidelight, and Yus just looking for an opening, but instead has been put into disadvantage. Decent coming through. Oh, he just barely misses it. Boomy's gonna go out there, chase after. Recovery will hit.
Tá vivo. Dá pra virar. Não dá não. Que droga, mano. Ah, primeira partida.
Times Yus was getting punished by the Boom
segunda partida.
He has to play.
O mapa.
Grounded. He just has to be playing a little bit more aware of that to avoid that punish. Because Boomy has been on fire getting those to connect.
Yep, there's I was waiting for that. That one actually looks sick. I actually really like the way that Sig looks. Oh my god. Oh, dropping it. Okay, gonna be able to make it the stage. Both of them just fine. Boomy immediately landing, goes for another Sig. Why? Because Boomy.
Boomy woke up today choosing violence, going off stage, looking to get a very early KO, but Yuz luckily was able to sneak his way out of that. Still not able to stop Boomy from just keeping these boots in favor. Scampia has barely found an answer, but finally gets a reverse ground pound. He's getting
mano, essa Sig.
The ground pound ends up taking it.
Dude, the Sig usage, like, I was just about to talk about how they used the Sig to actually fast travel to the other side of the stage, right? So just using that for movement, not just for damage.
Mano, é muita movimentação, velho, pra personagem.
And just going around it and putting yourself in a position to go for that edge guard was incredible.
It's been so good, and Yuza has been able to capitalize on it a few times.
Nice.
There's that bolt desync we mentioned pre-show, waiting for that. It covers so much range, but you have to be careful where you decide to use it. But usually when Yuza is on fire, we're seeing a healthy dosage of that.
There we go, back to the poking game here. And I like how Yuz is going for the Rocket Lance. Like,
Nice.
they haven't been going for bow as much because, I mean, Rocket Lance, great for poking, keeping at a distance, which is honestly what you need to do with Boomy the way that he's been playing here.
It is kind of fun.
Nice, ó, ele já tá com dano legal. Colocou dano legal no Boomy.
With the neutral lights, but it's going to be a bad position for Boomy. Gets around the end light right there. Yuz coming back in with the...
Caramba, ele puniu com Dera ali.
Gets the
Muito
D-light
bom.
again, but Boomy finally being able to get back down and touch the ground. And a majority of the time, like you said earlier, when Yuz doesn't finish the job, Boomy ends up stealing it first.
Oh, big opening. Oh, that was a huge read there. Just was not able to convert. And now using no weapon in hand. All right, there we go. Great hit. Gonna be able to get that bow in hand.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I'm not leaving.
He wants this is what he wants. He wants the Rocket Lance in hand, and that's
Nice.
why being able to take a nice, strong lead here.
Yeah, currently Yuz getting back in the lead, and definitely the biggest lead he's had so far. Being able to slow down Boomy has been an impossible task, not just because of how fast Thea is, but how much he's been holding forward. And just missed out on the D-light, so he can't go ahead and maybe go for a big play read. Boomy does look like he's kind of
Nice
struggling a bit to
one.
land more consistently of late. Yuz is starting to pick it up.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Goes for the weapon toss. And I understand why Boomy did that. Has been really killing it on these rocket boots, or not, excuse me.
Tentou fazer um readzinho ali, não rolou.
They basically are rocket boots in the way you fly
Playable
around.
on that because he always wanted rocket boots. These ones are basically rocket boots.
They do that. I mean, the way that Thea plays, look at zip zip.
Nice punish.
Because Boomy is getting taken out of the game. Yuz answering back.
In there, I'm like, because he did kind of get that one crazy edge guard, so I'm like, okay, maybe this got an early one, but no, yeah, two stock, definitely a huge play for Yuz here.
And we're going to run it right back to the Fortress Alliance as well. We're not going to go back to Apocalypse. Liking a little bit, liking the fact that he can't hover underneath maybe with this stage. Either way, though,
No!
Yuz has woken
Caraca,
up
pegou bem
with
longe
exactly
dessa
what he needed, and the Lance specifically has been putting in a lot of work.
All right, there we go. Some great pokes,
Nice.
big damage to get started here. Boomy in a tough spot. Whoa, has to dance around here. Yuz now uses on the offensive end with all this aggression. This is exactly what we need to see, that open and keep Boomy on his toes.
And that side air comes through again. You needed to get back on your toes. You needed to touch the ground to get away from him. Yuz has been flying high and feeling good over this last game and change. Most of it is because the Lance Ditto has not been working out for Boomy.
Mano,
Oh, there we go. Big opening. Wasn't able to do much else with that. Got a nice little bit of damage on there, though. But a nice little bit of damage is not what you need. You need to find a way to close out the stock.
I will say that double nair there does give me a little bit more faith in what Boomy's been playing. It's starting to look like he's finding space. He's looking for the neutral sync.
pensei que ia vir um punish, mas não rolou.
Yuz just sneaking underneath. Eventually, one of those is going to hit.
Yep. There again, another huge punish. Very unfortunate for Boomy. I feel like they're just getting a little too hasty here. They're very antsy. They're starting to throw out these SIGs.
Mano, olha como é complicado de
Not
punir,
as a matter
velho.
of I'm feeling good, but I'm feeling uncomfortable is what it seems.
And sometimes Boomy just believes if I press it enough, it'll eventually hit, and it did. And, you know, he did take a decent amount of damage, but I do feel like that was the most confident movement I've seen out of him in probably a few stocks. So that's definitely boding well. Let's see if we can find an opener here, but instead he's going to get reversed with that
Nice.
side air and
Wow.
a pure bait. Yuz taking no damage still on that second
Nice,
stock.
nice.
This is definitely looking
Ele tá numa situação legal.
I mean, you guys were worried about cursing them, and here we are. Look what you and Sheepy did. This is all your fault.
Sheepy, it's our fault.
But honestly, it really comes down to Yuz playing amazing. And honestly, this is kind of a repeat from our first set, right? We saw the first person. We saw.
Caramba, mano.
We saw Impala.
That is, I mean, he's got the king title for a reason, right?
3,
Can he continue
2,
to do that? We'll find out here. We're going to switch up.
brawl.
We're going to go to Small Brawl Haven, which is going to definitely help out Boomy in terms of getting some of those early KOs.
Cara, esse mapa aí contra Battle Boots é complicado.
Not KOing off the top at all. So let's get universal benefit. Let's see if it works out for Boomy.
Ó, olha só. Olha isso. Mano, esse mapa contra Battle Boots, mano.
Last game too, I'm like, okay, a 2-stock to enter back.
Não sei se
That makes
foi uma boa
sense.
escolha.
A second one, I'm like, Boomy, what's going on here? And apparently nothing. He just needed.
Com Rocket você também consegue fazer um trabalho bom, mas eu sinto que Battle Boots é bem flexível com essa situação de levar o oponente pra ele, sabe?
Levar
bem pro lado e tal.
But right now the minigame is hide from Boomy as much as possible, which currently is not looking like it's an option you can take.
Yeah, that was definitely a big read, trying to go lower on that one. And possibly can get more out of this. My goodness. Dude, they are finding all the perfect hits here and getting super aggressive, keeping Yuz on their toes this time around.
Bora aí. Oh, nice.
That was very nice.
Excellent option coverage right there. He floated right underneath and stayed with Boomy, knowing at some point you got to burn that recovery to try to get around me. But the Lance had so much time to get it done, and he minimized the damage. Very, very importantly, after that early start that Boomy had.
Ó, farma dano, vai farmando dano, Yuz. Dodge.
Boomy here, and again we see some 6 coming out. Actually, we've seen some of the 6 dialed back here, let's be real.
Yeah.
He's starting to just do straight up combos, trying to go for the damage, trying to close out stocks. And this is actually what I saw when he actually fought Godly as well. He was really letting it rip, and then when he realized that he was in a tough position,
já igualou o jogo praticamente.
Really made them count even that much more.
Yeah, he's been hunting for a lot more D-lights on boots to try and be careful, but that's going to be a side light side air. Here goes Yuz once again.
Igualou?
Into the lead after what was essentially
Tá na frente já. Bora lá. Yuz.
Looking to try and get back-to-back 3-1s here to make his way to winners finals.
It's like one constant thing I keep saying about Boomy. He grabs a weapon, he sigs immediately. And you know what? I do not blame you, because sometimes you can catch your opponent sleeping, but you have not gotten used with that yet.
I'm going in, and right now he needs to find a way in. Currently,
Nice,
Yuz has
man.
been not allowing any of that whatsoever. Yuz getting around that D-light, a weapon toss up to try and catch on a dodge down, maybe. But there we go again. Yuz looking for a big
Cara,
lead.
ele-
He gets
ele-
reversed on his
se acertasse
own.
ali,
Here's
isso
the
legal.
neutral stick, finally finds its mark, but Boomy is sitting on an elimination trip stock point.
Let's see how Boomy's defense is right now, because honestly, you can cough on him and he's gone. And that would be sending you right to the elimination side of
Nice.
bracket. And there we go, we get the D6.
Bora, Cacilda, bora, Yuz. A gente vai ter mais partidas interessantes, então fique ligado no canal, beleza? É nóis.
After this event, and I can't wait because, like you just said, that matchup of Impala versus